Hello, my name is Gilksy, and today I'm going to be showing you how to strip down an 80 gig PlayStation 3. Okay, first of all we take off the security sticker. You can warm it up if you like, save it going void, but this one we're not bothered about, so we'll just peel it off. See, that's what happens when it goes void. Okay, if you'd heated it up with a heat gun, it wouldn't have done that. So put that away. Pop out the rubber foot, which is the same on all versions, to reveal the screw. Now, a lot of people use a Torx 10 to get these out, but I just use standard flat blade. Stick it across the head, push and turn, and it will just come out. You can use a Torx 10 bit if you want, but if you haven't got one, a flat head of the right size will do just the job. Okay. Slide the lid like all models. Right, now here you have it. All the screws that you'll need to take out are marked by little arrows on the pressed into the case itself. Note, there is one this side which is the short one, and it's actually got a little S by it with an arrow pointing to it to say this is the short one. Okay. During the strip down of these units, a lot of people are actually getting the screws mixed up, so I'll just show you the screws as I'm pulling them out. That's the short one from the corner, just there. If you look at the case, it actually says there's an S there. Okay, so it just shows you basically that is the short screw. Right, the rest of them are all standard length, which, as you can see, compared, they're a hell of a lot longer. If you're not sure where the screws go, it might be an idea to take plenty of photos while you're taking it out. Right, so that's all those out. Right, now here there's a little hole, and if you put a flat blade screwdriver in there and just wink, there's a little tab. If you just pull the tab up, the case should just lift off. And there's the tab, just there. See, a little spring loaded? Actually putting the screwdriver down through there and pushing the tab back on itself, which will then allow you to hinge the lid away. Right, as you can see here, look, this one's had a fair bit of fluff build up, so obviously overheated, you're odd. First thing to do is to take the drive off. If you pick it up, pop the power cable out, turn the drive over that way. Now this is, because it's the 80 gig, the cable actually disappears under the power connector. So what I do with these is, if you put the drive over on its side, pull that cable there, you will actually now reveal, peel the sticker off, you'll reveal whereabouts that plugs in. Now Sony have used the same type of connector, so they can use the same ribbon cable. So if you just reveal the cable, like so, again, flick the connector up, away with that. Next, power supply. Now, as you can see, there's dust everywhere on this one. Again, they're marked by very small little arrows. Let's see if I can get a decent shot of that. Just there's a little arrow which points to the screw. So we'll undo these. There's one that side and one that side. Okay, and they're that size. And we want to take this front one out. And that's like a machine screw, like a nut and a bolt. Okay, so you've got there, that one there is like a plastic self-tapping screw, and that one there is just like your average bolt. Okay, they're both Phillips heads, and again there's another one of these machine screws at the back. As you can see. Right. Power supply will just lift off. Hold on. One more screw. Which is a very small one. That again is a machine screw. Okay, now lift the power supply off. Take the connector from the main board. Spin the power supply round. Unplug the power supply. Okay, next you want to pop out the hard drive. We do that by popping that out. Taking the blue screw out, like so. Then what we want to do is lift that up, like that, and it should enable you just to pull the hard drive out. Okay? Right. This reveals the main part of the motherboard. What we want to do is start unplugging things. First thing to unplug is the fan. So unplug that like that. Unplug the wireless ribbon, which if you're getting problems with your controllers not syncing and internet not working, that will be to do with that. And how you release those is flick the brown tab up. Ribbon should just come straight out. Okay, while we're here we'll take this Blu-ray ribbon off as well. Like that. Right, let's get these screws undone. Take the earth screw out first, which is there in the corner. And then what we're going to do is go along the metal plate, removing all these screws. They've all got little arrows on them until we've freed up the board. And these screws are small plastic self-tapping screws. There's one in either corner, and they go up the side. Okay, that's it for those. Just disconnect the little aerial lead. Pull him away. Now we're going to remove all the other little screws. Now if I undo them, there's one at the front here and show you. Now they're machine screws with a Phillips head. Okay, there's one there. There's one there at the back. And this time these are actually stamped with a little arrow and an M, which means machine screw. So again, when you're stripping these consoles down, if you look for these little arrows, they're there to help. So just look out for them. And when you're putting the console back together, if you want to check whether you've forgotten a screw, all you need to do is just as you put the plate down, you just check that you've put a screw in every one that has an arrow towards it. The ones that haven't got arrows towards them don't need a screw in as of yet. Okay, so we've done those two and that one. And now we want to do these two. So I'm going to undo that. Again, that's another machine screw. And the same goes for the other side of the hard drive cage. Another machine screw. Right, hard drive cage should just lift out like that. And what we want to do now is we want to undo this screw here, which, looking at it, is a plastic self-tapping screw. Yep. And on this side by the ribbon is a machine screw. Okay, one of them small machine screws. And all that does is it holds that shielding plate on, stops any interference for the wireless. Okay, that will enable us then to remove the wireless and controller board where the USB bit goes in. That's why if your controllers can connect, it means your controllers are hardwired through, whereas if your wireless doesn't work, it's because this ribbon or that little miniature BNC which goes there off this lead is not plugged in properly. Right, starting to get there. Next, what we want to do is undo that screw at the back. Okay, again it's another machine screw. Most of the other models you don't have to remove this. Obviously this one, little arrow, machine screw. Take away that board. Not ready to come yet. No, okay. Again, there's arrows. So what they're saying is you got to remove these next. Unscrew the two heatsink clamps. And take them off. Okay. Surely this has got to come out now. Yeah. Looks like we're going to lift the plate off here, so what we want to do is we want to get that out. And I suggest you don't just go pulling on the cables. That's where the battery's connected. Let me show you. There. I wouldn't go pulling on the cables because a lot of people have just pulled the cable straight out the connector. So if you can, get a flat blade screwdriver and just assist. Okay, just so you take the strain off the cable. Now we should be able to lift this plate off. There you go. Plate clean off. More fluff. Which leaves us with the bare board. This is the first time I've taken an 80 gig apart. I'm going with the fact that we've got to take that screw out next. Okay, let's freed that bit up. Right. Yeah. Right, what that was the heatsink paste. I just grabbed it. So I can only suggest you pull from that side, okay, to free it up. Lift the whole mech out. Yeah, the heatsink paste has got it. So off with the board to reveal the spanky new fan assembly. Looks good, but not good enough. Thing still your odds. Okay, so there's the board. Now what you want to do is get the board out of this metal plate. As you can see, it's full of dust. Not a good sign really, but... And how we do this is just prise him slowly and peel it away. Now what you want to be careful of, same with all the PlayStations that you take apart, is here you got these rubbers. If you can, I would peel them away from the board and sit them back on the metal, just so you know where they go. And obviously that one is the one there. Okay, so that's the board stripped out. Obviously you'd blow everything off with a compressor or a can of compressed air. Reflow the main processor, the RSX. There's not much need to reflow those now, which I've recently found out. So stick to reflowing these. Do the reflow the same as the guide, 350 degrees for the allotted time, and you should be good to go. If it's the second time you're repairing it, go with a flux. Flux won't hurt. You can do it on the first time if you wish, but there should be enough flux left in the solder to do it first time without. So reflow it and you're good to go. If you want to, when you come to put it back together, just follow in reverse. Okay.